Hey guys, it's Alicia. If you don't know me by now, I am making this video outside because I don't want Matson to hear me because I am pissed. I am beyond that. Okay. So I look in my driveway, I hear a car pull up. Ramsey's asleep so he doesn't start barking, right? I'm going to go out here to the concrete slab in my backyard. She's already heard me rant. She doesn't need to hear it anymore. I'm going to get in a spot where it's not so bright. And I can't find one. Oh, there's one. Okay, so here's the thing. The last two digits of my mailbox are 96. The neighbors are 92. Yes, our houses are right next to each other. With a marker on the inside of my mailbox, he has written, last house on drive. Or somebody has written that. It wasn't me. Which is fine. I get that. Whatever you need to do to get my mail to me properly. A few days ago, the neighbors brought a package over to me. Luckily, I've got honest neighbors and vice versa. It had 1096 on it. He's 1092. So, okay. They put it on his front porch. So I'm thinking maybe it was a different mail person. Today, he pulls up in my drive, right behind my car, turns off his engine, which I don't know of any mailmen that do that. Even the UPS people don't turn off their truck or engine. This takes about 2 to 3 minutes, right? And I'm thinking, what's he doing sitting in my driveway? What's going on? I have my numbers on the side of my post right next to my house. And he lays a package on my porch. I'm thinking, I said, Maddie, did you order anything? She said, no. Because the last package was for her. So I'm like, well, everything that I've got coming is little tiny packages. And I know for a fact they always shove them in my mailbox to make them fit. Okay, honey, stop. Sorry, Midnight's trying to get me to love on him. Here, come here. Come here, I love on you. So anyway, so I thought, well, I'll take Ramsey out. He's laying out in the sun. I'll take Ramsey out and we'll go see. It had 1092. I'm like, he was there for 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5. And he couldn't get the house right. So then he has trouble starting his truck, which, okay, fine. I should have gone out there, but it would have been war. I would have gone off on him. Actually, you know, I should have. Oh, I wish I had now, because then I would have picked up the package. And because they had 1092 not only on the address, but it also had it written in bold black letters on the side of the package. And in bold black letters on the side of my post, where he laid it, it says 1096, not 1092. That was the final straw. That was the final straw. Because when I took the package to my next door neighbor, he's like, did he do it again? I said, yes. I said, have you seen what he's done to my mailbox? He says, oh yeah, I saw him do it. I said, well, what? He said, yeah, I saw him do it. He said, I'll be a witness for you. And I said, thank you. I appreciate that. Because he's destroyed my mailbox for the last time. This guy either needs to retire or he needs to get fired. I am so mad. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that he's done this to, because you can look and tell by the mailboxes up and down the street what they look like. Unless you have something in concrete, which, ooh, I wish I could afford to do something like that, because I would have that thing concreted, so it would destroy his truck. But you know what? I'm done. I've had enough. I'm going to file a formal complaint. I'm going to go down to the post office Monday afternoon on my lunch break, and I'm done. I'm so done. I have all the proof, and I have a witness. I'm done. So done. That is all. All right, I have to charge my phone. I came back in the house. So, I need to add a little bit to this. Just want to let you guys know that that was my final straw. I have posted before on other stuff that I've done. I've given him the benefit of the doubt for many, many years. Yeah, I'm just done. I know the package switch up was minor, but destroying my mailboxes and me having to shell out 20 bucks every time to fix my mailboxes on my own, or I can pay somebody to do it, that's where I'm getting frustrated. It's so not worth it. How do you get a 2 and a 6 confused when you're parked by the numbers? Parked, engine off, and the neighbors were home. 1092 is on their porch post as well. They were home, so there was no reason why he couldn't take it over there. Just wanted to throw that in there. All right, after you have bought your peanuts, you want to put them in a sink. You want to rinse them with cold water. Rinse them very well. Now, you're not going to want to do this many. I mean, this has almost filled my sink. This is about 6 pounds of peanuts, only because I'm using, like I said, a 5-gallon bucket. I mean, a 5-gallon stock pot. But you definitely need to rinse them. Do not cook them straight away, or you will get a nice little gritty surprise in your mouth. These are grown in sand. Okay? So don't forget to do that. Okay, after you've rinsed them off, you want to start picking out the bad ones. The reason why you want to pick out the bad ones is because there's no point in cooking them. You're not going to eat them, right? So, let me give you a lesson on that. These are going to be your bad ones. And the reason why is because they're soft and they have these black spots. But don't be deceived, because you can see one like this. See, this is the perfect peanut. These are awesome to boil. This one is kind of like in between that one, in between this one and this one. Okay? Well, actually, this is more on the bad side. And the reason why is if you'll open it up, you'll see that is bad. You do not want to cook and eat that. This one looked like it was going to be a bad one, but I opened it up and it had a white peanut inside, which is what you want to keep. So I went ahead and just ate that one because the raw ones are actually really good and they're sweet. So this one I was kind of like, if it's like, I don't know, is that a bad one, or I'm not sure. So I opened it up and sure enough, it's good. That's what you want your peanuts to look like, that, white or pink. And of course, they're very, very sweet in their natural state. Another one, really good. It's showing up pink on here. There's a pinkish brown, white. If you guys have never eaten a green peanut, which is like the kind that are fresh dug out of the ground, I'm telling you, they're so good. But anyway, so these, like this one is open. I mean, you can go ahead and cook it if you want to, but it's going to be extremely salty. And this one feels kind of slimy, and it's black on both ends. I'm not even going to fool with it. That one's slimy. But yeah, these is the color that you basically want. And what I do is when I pick them out, normally I have this filled up with water already, but I drained it. But you just kind of move through them and pick out any that you know you won't eat. I mean, like this one. There's still a good one in there. I'd pop it open and just eat it. In fact, I'll set it on the side. Just go ahead and eat it raw. So, for the most part, these are in great shape. This is how they come. In bunches on these vines, or what is the roots. Because it's a root vegetable. I mean, not a vegetable, it's a legume. But anyway, this one's kind of open on the end, but I'll go ahead and cook it because it looks like it's going to be a good one anyway. So yeah. So next we want to go ahead and pull out our pot. Alright, I got pulled away for a little bit. So, I've already got the nuts, as you can see, in the pot. I'm fixing to add the water to it. Here is my handy dandy peanut scooper strainer. I only use it for this pot and for peanuts. It's the only time I've ever used this. Number one, because it's heavy. Number two, it works perfect. But to this, I am going to add a cup of salt, and I know that sounds like a lot, and a half a cup of my seasoned salt. Now, what it does is you're salting the water. You're flavoring the water. That's all. Okay? I know, like I said, it looks like a lot, but it's really not. It doesn't soak into the peanuts unless you let them sit after they're done. Then it can soak into the shell. Otherwise, it gives it just a nice, sweet, salty flavor. The water is intensely salty, though. It's just like, it's like boiling pasta. When you add salt to pasta water, even though the salt in the pasta water is salty and it tastes salty, that's not how your noodles come out, because you're going to drain it, which is what we're going to do after this is done. So, now what I'm going to do, if I can do this with the camera. See, this is so high I can't do this. So I'm going to have to tilt my pot, and I can't do it while I'm on camera, because like this with on camera. But I'm going to go tilt the pot, and I'm going to add the water to the top of this one rivet. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to show you what has happened. See how the peanuts have floated to the top? I'm going to mix that up so the salt gets distributed evenly through the water. There's my rivets. And the peanuts have floated, and the reason why the peanuts have floated is because there are air in the peanuts. Once it starts to boil and the water starts seeping into the shell a little bit, they will start to go down, and you'll only have a few floaters. But for the most part, yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste the water, and it's not too salty, believe it or not. I know that looks like a lot of salt, but you got to remember, I've got almost 5.5 gallons going on here. Now by all means, I would never put that much if I was doing my regular 5 or 6 quart stock pot, like a Dutch oven, which is what I would normally do if I were doing a small batch. I would do this in a Dutch oven. I would put maybe 1/3 of a cup of salt, or a 1/4 of a cup of salt, and about 2 or 3 tablespoons of my seasoned salt. But since I'm doing it in a large batch, I've done this many times before, and I know exactly what I need to put in here to give it the flavor that I want. Now, this batch is going to be a seasoned peanut. The next batch that I'm going to do is going to be just salty peanuts, because the sweetness of the peanut itself on these young ones that are smaller, the jumbo ones, here, let me show you something. Okay, like, this is the size of like a jumbo one, okay? Let's see if I can get it to focus. Nope, there we go. It's wanting to focus on the background. This is the size of like a jumbo one. When you see them smaller, I feel like these are smaller compared to the jumbo ones. When you see the smaller ones, they're sweeter. My grandmother used to call them the Spanish peanuts, is what she called them. And my great-grandfather used to have, I told you guys this before, he used to have a grove, a whole field of where he raised peanuts and then sold them at the farmer's market. So I raised on green peanuts. That's why I know the difference between the green and the raw, and the flavor and the cooking time and what you find in the stores and all that. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put this on and check on them here in about an hour. All right, we're still waiting for the water to boil. I have it on high. The lid's it's not too hot for me to touch, which tells me it's not boiling all the way yet. So there's steam. You can see the steam coming out. Let me get my wire strainer. I'm going to just push them down a little bit, stir them around. Look at all that steam coming out. Now, once it comes to a complete boil, I put it on high to get it to come to a complete boil. So once it comes to a complete boil, you're going to turn it down to medium low to medium, depending on your stove and settings. My eye is about to go out on the stove, so if you put medium on mine or above, it goes to extreme red. It stays on a solid high heat. So I have to turn mine down to a medium low and keep an eye on it that my burner doesn't spike back up to a high when it's on medium low. Because like I said, that's what it tends to do. I don't know why. Like I said, it's about to burn out. It needs a new element. I've replaced the element, but it needs a new connector to the stove. But anyway, so I don't know if my landlord's willing to pay for that. He does replace the eye. It's like $25, $30 to replace the eye. It's the only large eye that I have on my stove. So I'm going to go ahead and sneak one of these out. Try to pop it open. You pop it open with your teeth, but not doing a very good job. So I'll show you the inside. That's the inside of my peanut. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the nuts out and nibble on them because they haven't even started cooking yet. Still raw, still sweet, still warm, still crunchy. I don't know if you can hear the crunch or not. But it's still crunchy. So, once it starts boiling, like I said, you turn it down to a medium, low to medium. And you want to set your timer for an hour. Come back and check it because the water will be low. And then after that, you set it for another hour. After you add more water to it to boil it again. So you keep a timer on it. So boiling time, you want it to boil for 2 hours. Now you can do this in a crock pot. It's a lot easier. Set it and forget it. But since I have this big pot, I do it on my stove. Alright guys, it has been 2.5 hours and you see how low the water's gotten. Let's stir them up. There's still plenty of water in there, so I think I added maybe 2 cups of hot water in there and that's about it. But you see where it went down? Way down. So we're going to take one out and taste test it. It's going to be hot. Gotta let it cool off. I'm going to get a napkin. Make it a little bit easier on my fingers. Pop it open. Normally I would do this with my mouth. You just pop it on either side where that little opening is. I don't know if I can get that open without 2 hands. Alright, there we go. Alright, there's our peanuts. I kind of squished them a little bit. Okay. They're almost there. You see how squishy that is? Oh, it's great. Oh my gosh. Just the right amount of sweetness. Look at that. Maybe another 30 minutes. And they'll be done. Oh, awesome. I'm so excited. Y'all just don't know. Let me show you my fridge though. I'm going to close that up. I did have the lid on it. Kind of off to the side just a little bit because you don't want it to boil over because it will. Let me show you what I still got in my fridge. Look in the back. That's chips and salsa. Look at that. That's 6 more pounds. It'll keep though. I'm so excited. Oh, y'all think I'm crazy. I know. Alright, so let's set the time for 30 more minutes and then we'll be ready to chow down on a bowl of boiled peanuts. Guys, I am so sorry. I did not realize that I had that fan going and it probably picked it up in the background, so it was probably extremely loud. Alright. Put our lid over here because it's so big I don't want to put it on the stove. So we are done. We are ready. They're soaking down to the bottom. I'm about to scoop me up a bowl. This is what they look like when they're done. Find me a bowl. Scoop some in there. me a good bowl. Ooh, this is a really good bowl. Scoop in my clean dishes. All right. I'll start out with just a few. See how I do. I'm going to add probably some cold water to that to cool it down, and then the flavoring will soak into the seed, into the pods. And then that's how you eat your boiled peanuts. These are green boiled peanuts. They are super, super soft. They will melt in your mouth, like melt in your mouth. So I'll have some for days. Or at least we hope that's the theory, days. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and in my boiled peanut, green peanut madness, and I will see you guys on Monday. Peace out. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday, which means our week is almost, it's over, half over. I'm a few minutes behind. Got my coffee on. It is called Island Fudge. Something Island Coconut Fudge. Island Coconut Fudge. Anyway, and it's ground coffee, and I like to grind my own beans, but I didn't have this flavor. I found this flavor at Tuesday morning. It's really good. As I'm getting older, I'm enjoying coffee more black. Used to, I had to be loaded with cream and sugar. Well, I don't do cream. And even the almond milk and the coconut milk and all that still has the oils in it. Well, the milk doesn't, but the creamers do. It has coconut solids usually on those. Oh, but that's not going to stay. You guys are going to end up flopping everywhere. I got a feeling this thing's going to fall apart. I'm going to have to invest in a more industrial strength type camera holder for my car if I'm going to talk to you guys in the morning. But anyway, so I got my coffee on. I'm going to end up going and getting my lunch today. There's a Chinese buffet that's I've been going to since they were in a different location over about 30 years ago. Oh, there's a guy running in front of me in a bicycle. Dude, you're on the wrong side. You're supposed to be on my side. I barely saw him because he has on dark clothes. He's a dark boy with a dark bike. Yeah, don't do that. You're supposed to wear some kind of bright color so people could see you if you're a bike. Motorcycles, you know, it's bad enough, but actual bike. Anyway. So my special guest yesterday, I'll give you a little background. Oh, the little baby cows are out. She and I actually went to high school together, junior and senior year when I came back to Cleveland. And I knew who she was. Her family was very predominant at the time in town. Everybody knew the last name. They were very well-known business owners. So I knew who she was in high school, and my stepbrother was friends with her. Which I find fascinating because I don't know if that would be the case now. Anyway, so when my first husband and I were going through our issues and we split up for good, I had seen her in a local pub that I used to go karaoke in, and we got to talking again, and I'm like, we went to high school together. She said we did, and I told her, and we've been friends ever since, and that was 18 years ago. So I tell everybody I've known her since high school, which is true. I've known her since high school. But anyway, she showed up
suddenly at my house yesterday, just out of the clear blue, because for some reason, I don't know what's going on with our phones, but she's with a different phone company now. Ann has a different phone, but same number. That shouldn't matter. And I have a different phone and a different carrier as of the first of the year. So for some reason I can't call or text her phone. I probably can now, but I couldn't until she changed over. She had a blocking system and didn't recognize a couple of numbers, and so for some reason she's trying to unblock some friends, and for some reason I can't call her. I've tried. I can't call, I can't text. I've done it with her in the room and say, see, she's not getting them. But it doesn't say that I'm blocked or that she can't, it's not going through or it's not accepted. I don't know what's going on. But she can call and text me. Even my house phone, I could not call her from my house phone, which is a landline. It would go straight to her voicemail every time. And the reason why I have a landline is because I live out in the country near Charleston, and the cell phone service is not always reliable. So I kept a landline, which I got a really good deal. I mean, I've got 5G on my internet and a landline for $60 a month. You can't beat that. It's really good. And it's unlimited. And I think I get free long distance too on my house phone. Anyway, and that was for a 2-year stint, so I'm going to be coming up on my 2 years, and we're going to see what happens. I may just switch to the hotspot on my cell phone and cancel my internet if it's going to go up like $50 more, which will be ridiculous. So, and they're going to want to keep my business, so they may offer me another deal, which is what they usually do. Work with them. Call them. Don't just not pay your bill. Call them and say, hey, look, this is too high. I can't afford this. I'm going to have to cancel my service. You tell them you're going to cancel your service, and they will bend over backwards to keep you as a customer. I've done it before. AT&T especially, because they can't keep people because their service sucks. Their customer service sucks. And I hate saying that because I used to work for them. I worked for their broadband company in the main office in Washington. This kid sits out here every morning. Somebody must come pick him up. He's been out here all week. I hadn't noticed him before. So the kids start back to school a week from tomorrow, I want to say. They're alternating days. Oh, let me back up. Sorry. I'll go back to that. I'll end up talking about that eventually anyway. So I've got to figure out Maddie's schedule. Someone picking up on the side of the road. So my friend, she, and the reason why I'm not saying any names is because I am starting to have people watch my channel that aren't from this area. Thank you guys so much for joining my channel, by the way. I really appreciate you being here. Most of you have said some really kind words, and I appreciate that. And just know that if I give you a heart, that means I read your message, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. It's so great. I'm up to 41, which is awesome, because when I started doing this in May, I was at 18. I mean, because who wants to listen to somebody just jibber jabber? Right? Some people do. I have one of my subscribers who followed me from my craft channel, and she said that she enjoys listening to my voice, and I got so tickled. I was like, that is just so awesome. I appreciate that. And said I was cool. And then I've got another one that said that they love me and Maddie and Ramsey. And, so that's why yesterday I wanted to introduce you guys to the rest of the family. Of course, I couldn't introduce you to Cinnamon since he's gone. I'm just hoping and praying that he had a good home. I have to let it go, because if I don't, he'll eat away at me, because I was his person. And I know I was trying to find him a home, but in the back of my mind, I knew I was going to probably keep him. He was going to turn out to be an outside cat anyway. He just liked being out there. I mean, he'd come in long enough to love on me, and he'd love on me outside. He'd love on me, and then he'd get his food and water, and he'd want to go right back out again. He really enjoyed it. He enjoyed chasing the birds. And caught one from time to time, and they hated him. That's why I know he's not around the house, because there were a couple birds that hated him so much that they would stand on the electrical wire coming into the house, and they would chirp at him. I mean, fuss at him big time for even being around. And I think they were trying to attack him at one point, because he would run away from them a lot. See, I got sidetracked again. So anyway, so my friend and I have remained friends all these years, and I don't know if she got her issue fixed with her phone or not, but we try to stay in touch. And if she doesn't hear from me for a while, she thinks I'm mad at her. I try to tell her, no, I have a very busy life. I don't like to talk on the phone. I really don't. My sisters and I used to talk on the phone all the time, and now it's just like, I don't want to talk on the phone. Y'all know I love my family. I just don't want to talk on the phone. I just don't want to talk on the phone. I will if I have to, but of course now some businesses you have to get things done. But by the time I'm calling them on the phone, I'm angry, and they don't want me on that damn phone. But anyway, so on my craft channel, I've got 3 giveaways going on separately. And the reason I did that was, before I used to do it all in one video and then tell everybody, tell me which ones you were wanting to enter. So this way, and it got confusing, because when I would do the random comment picker, it would pick like one. The first one was always fine. The second one, sometimes, oh shoot. See, I forgot that stupid road, and they haven't filled in the potholes yet. The second one, sometimes it would pick the same one if they wanted to win number 2, and I'd already picked number 2, I'd have to select again. If they pick number 3, and I'd already picked number 3, you know what I'm talking about. So I decided, just to make it easier, to go ahead and just make them all separate. So I will be doing 2 to 3 separate videos every week. I mean, every month, because it's a lot easier to do it that way. I'm going, oh, looks like one of the boys is here. I need to put oil in my car, because I have an oil leak. The car is officially 5 years old now. It's a 2015, and I've had it for 2.5 years now. But I don't see Gretchen, I don't see Brandy, and I don't want to go in too early. There's Gretchen. I just don't see Brandy. Or the new girl. And Crystal's already in, so I guess I'm going to end it with you guys here. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys. It is the end of the day, which means we are one day closer to the weekend. One day away from the weekend. Got my dinner ready. I'm about to bring Matson into the living room so that we can eat. I'll show you what I got. So, we have garlic toast, sliced tomatoes and cucumbers, mixed greens,
And let's see if I can get it. This would be black beans with TVP, which is textured vegetable protein. Sometimes I'll put it in my spaghetti sauce to give it a little bit of texture, like a meaty texture. Because sometimes I miss that texture. I like having the texture. So I am getting our utensils ready. And then I guess I'm going to have her come in here and go into the living room and eat. Yes. So, yeah. So if I have anything else, I don't think I'm going to. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. And, hey. I'm going to leave you guys with this. And maybe I'll think of some other stuff for tomorrow, hopefully. I do think of something every day. It's just, I hope it's just not repetitive. Let me know if you're interested. Shout out to Miss Tony. That would be Mystic Frog. I always forget the number. Anyway, hi Tony. She's a very faithful follower. She follows me on both channels. And she comments quite a bit. My friend Erin comments as well. Hi Erin. I know you're watching. So yeah. I need a banana. Anyway, I don't know why I picked that up. I can't carry you and my food at the same time. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And so yeah, have a great night and get some rest. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Anything. We are getting... Oh, he's playing with the kitty. 41 subscribers now. Closer to that 100. Closer to that giveaway. But anyway, all right. I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Good morning, guys. It is finally Friday. I got a new plug-in for my car. It's strawberry lemonade. Let's see how good it does. It's got to be open. So, good morning. I'm running a little behind. I'm about 5 minutes behind, I believe. Oh, gosh. I wasn't going to make myself breakfast, and I thought, no, ding dong, you have to eat breakfast with your medicine. So, I have to eat something with my medicine. My tires are low. I've got to get air in my tires this afternoon. And check my oil. Actually, I need to replace my tires. I'm saving up for that. My tires need to be replaced. Because I keep having to put air in 2 of them. I think I've mentioned that before. Oh, and Tony, thank you for the compliment. But I don't wear makeup. I have on a little bit of pink tint on my lips this morning. But the only reason why that is because when I put all my jewelry and stuff on, and when I go into my closet, I have a walk-in closet. I have shelves in there. When I have a lipstick that's laying there, and I always have to put on lip gloss, because if I don't put on lip gloss, my lips crack and bleed. So I'm constantly, you'll see me, my lips will glow from time to time. And I'm constantly doing that because, like I said, they crack and bleed. And I have a bad habit of unconsciously licking my lips. Of course, now, since we've got this whole mask thing going on, because I have to wear a mask or social distance 6 feet at the office, I'm not licking my lips as much, so I'm finding that I'm not having to apply lip gloss that often. I have chapstick and tint and all kinds of stuff. But thank you for that compliment. I appreciate that. I do not wear makeup during the day when I'm filming. When you guys see me, you don't see me in makeup. The only time I will ever be in makeup is if I'm going to be going out on a Saturday night. And the reason for that is because... Number one, it's hot in the summer, and I do have to go into the photo booth and take pictures in the warehouse from time to time, and it would melt right off of me because it's not air conditioned in the warehouse. They have big fans going, so there's airflow, but you still get hot and sweaty. So I don't even bother. Don't get up early enough to put makeup on, and it doesn't really take me that long when I do put it on. So. But this winter, I'm going to experiment and probably see about taking the time. Because I'm going to have to get up Maddie when school starts. I'm going to have to get Maddie up. So I'll have to get up about 30 minutes earlier. So that I can make her breakfast. And then she eats her breakfast there. I always eat mine on the go. She eats her breakfast there. So my routine was, and I don't know if it's going to be the same because of the whole school thing and the pandemic going on, is I get up, I take my shower, I start breakfast, I wake her up, she immediately goes and eats breakfast. Of course, now Ramsey's in the picture. She would immediately take Ramsey out and then eat breakfast. And while she was eating breakfast, I would finish getting ready. Well, the other thing that I used to do was, as soon as I woke up, I would wake her up, while she was outside doing Ramsey, I would make breakfast, I would feed her, and while she was eating, I would go shower. So that way we were both getting ready at the same time. But history has shown that I have to get Maddie up earlier because it takes her longer to get ready than me because she piddles. And she likes to get on her phone. That's the first thing she does when her eyes go open. And I'm not going to say when her feet hit the floor, because it's not when her feet hit the floor. It's when her eyes open. And her game playing, 11:30 last night, she's still on her phone. Now, see, her bedtime is 10 o'clock during the summer, during the week. Because I don't control what time she gets up in the mornings. I wake her up in the morning, but she doesn't get up. Sometimes she does. Most of the time she doesn't. It's like yesterday when I said, are you hungry? She said, yeah. So what time did you eat? What time did you get up? She said, no. I said, what time did you eat? She said, I don't know. I said, what time did you get up? She said, and this afternoon. I was like, so she tells me sometimes she'll get up at 1, 12, 1, 2 o'clock. I'm like, no, you can't do that. We've got to get you back in your routine. Breakfast. So instead of using the cream cheese, which I should have mixed it, I didn't have time. I did put some peach preserves on it. On a cinnamon raisin bagel, that's good. Good. So would this be considered my mukbang? And those of you who don't know what a mukbang is, it's spelled M-U-K-B-A-N-G. It is. I'll try to find the definition and put it up on the screen. I think it's a Japanese word for eating, maybe. But if you type it in Google, or if you type it in on YouTube, it'll bring up all these different people. And all you do is watch them eat. People like that stuff. It's the weirdest thing. They eat in front of the camera. There's this one chick. She's from the South like me. Oh, with that clock. See, told you I was going to be late. She's from the South like me. But she calls it mukbang. Or mukbang. I forget how she, but mukbang is how it's pronounced. But, and she's got this real strong southern drawl. I don't think I have a strong southern accent. I might. I don't think I do. My sister Tammy does. It's very predominant. And she lives in Georgia now. She's been there for about 10 years now, I think. Maybe. I think Kaylin was... I'm trying to remember how old Kaylin was. No. Yeah. I think Maddie was 2 or 3 when Tammy moved. I think, yeah, she's been in Georgia for 10, living in Georgia for 10 years. She's been working in Georgia for like 20 years. Something like that. But anyway, oh shoot, stupid potholes. That's what's gonna cause my tire to burst. I told y'all I had a front bubble, little bubble on my front left tire. And I made my coffee. So yeah, these are, luckily I'm very fortunate that I have some gray eyelashes. I know, right? I never thought that when I got gray hair I would get gray eyelashes. I have one or two gray eyebrows. But, you know, this is predominant. It's showing up dark right now, but if you guys have seen me in other videos, this is really, really gray. But, and Maddie's blessed with dark eyelash line. When I do wear mascara, it's funny. I can use an eyelash curler, and I don't care what I do. And I talked about this in my video where I do put on makeup because I was fixing to go out that night. On one side, my eyelashes are straight, and on the other side, my lashes will curl. I don't have to use a curling crimper, an eyelash crimper, to curl that one because it curls up by itself. But the other one, straight out. I use an eyelash crimper for that one, with and without mascara. Does not budge. They are straight out. I think they're made of wire. I don't know. Oh. So I'm going to end up being about 5 minutes late. It's 3 minutes after. We're allowed to be up to 15 minutes late without getting any points. Because stuff happens. My stuff was, I thought I was making coffee for my coffee pot, or for my oh shit, stupid Bob. I thought I was making coffee in my coffee maker, because it's a 1-cup coffee maker that I use. But turns out it wasn't plugged in. Because I had my air fryer plugged in. I unplugged my air fryer. Normally I will unplug my juicer to plug in my air fryer. No, not this time. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lot of people out today. Oh my word. That's right, it's Friday. They have an option to be off on Friday and work on Sunday. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Hey guys, it is towards the end of the day. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, and I forgot to film the rest of this video. Sorry. Oh, look, you can see bald spots. That light hits it just right. In the morning, my hair looks so dark, and at night, you can see the real color. Now, underneath, it does look dark. It looks like that. But anyway, I just wanted to close out the day, say goodnight to you guys, and let you know something I discovered today. Those of you who were teenagers in the early 80s, like I was, you'll remember a guy named Corey Hart who sang Sunglasses at Night. Remember? I wear my sunglasses at night. Remember him? Apparently, he's still singing. He has his own YouTube channel. It's C-O-R-Y-H-A-R-T. 2 separate words. Corey Hart. Go check him out. He's still got it. He's still got it, guys. Go check him out. Apparently, he had some new song that he's putting out, and he's redoing some of his older stuff. The new song he's got out, he's walking, and he's got a scruffy beard and mustache, which is weird to see Corey Hart with beard and mustache, right? Used to seeing the spiked dark hair with the sunglasses at night. He did his lips. Anyway, he doesn't do that anymore. I think he did that for dramatic effect back then. But you can tell it's him if you were a Corey Hart fan. But anyway, go check him out. I posted on my Facebook page. I shared one of his videos and just put on there. He's still got it. And he does. Because he's got to be... Let's see, I'm in my 50s, so I want to say he's about maybe 5 years older than me. So he's got to be in his late 50s. Yeah, probably something like that. Because he couldn't have been that old back then. He had to be in his early 20s. Anyway, go check him out. I'm going to go for the night. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Monday. Peace out. Let me record that again. I will see you tomorrow. I forgot I do you guys on Saturday too. This is not Saturday. Now I'm gonna go.